to another episode of The Hyper Chef. Today we're making cheddar cheese potatoes. It is a family favorite, passed down in my family. My mom made it for years. What I've done is I boiled in salted water a 5-pound bag of peeled Yukon Gold potatoes that are diced as you see. Now, they're all cooked and fork tender. I'm gonna put in a stick and a half of butter. And we're gonna mash it. I like the old-fashioned potato masher. Actually, back at home, I have my mom's Cutco one with the original rosewood handles. I talked her into giving me that one when she didn't want it anymore. Okay, now we've mashed all the potatoes. Now what I'm going to do is to this, I'm going to add, there's no milk in this recipe. So it's like traditional mashed potatoes, except there's no milk. I'm going to add sour cream. I add the sour cream after I mash and let the butter melt, because once the cold hits. So this is a 16-ounce container of sour cream. This is very, very creamy because you're going to finish this in the oven. You'll see it's fantastic. So I'm going to take the potato masher out now. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to use the spoon. I'm going to incorporate all of the sour cream, like so. And it's going to be very, very creamy. Okay. All right. And now we are going to add shredded cheddar, sharp if you have it. Maybe almost the whole bag. And we're going to add that in, and we're going to incorporate that as well. And literally you're almost done except for the baking. You know what? I cut too many potatoes up, so I'm adding the whole bag. All right. So in goes the cheese. I like to mash it to get the majority of the lumps out because then they aren't seasoned. So I'm going to take another pass through with the masher real quick. You end up with an arm like Schwarzenegger when you do this thing. Because now it's really thick. You can see the cheese is all melted. See how it hangs off? It's coming off in strings. That's the good stuff here. So now, before I put it in, I'm just going to give it a little taste to make sure it doesn't need salt. It does need a little salt. You don't want to over salt this. So I'm going to put a couple turns of salt. Maybe a couple turns more of that. All right. And then what do you do from there? Now we're just simply going to put it into a casserole dish. Okay, I have a casserole dish here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it out into the dish, and I'll spoon off the rest of it. Let's do it this way so you can see. No, I don't have 3 hands. Justine is helping me. How are we doing there? We're getting it all?
Yeah. Good. Okay, flip it back up.
All right.
There's still some more.
Now, I'm gonna grab a little bit more out of here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna smooth the top, but you're gonna leave it craggy. You want those peaks because I'm gonna put paprika on it. Now let's talk about how this is a do-ahead. You can do this part the day before. Let it cool before you put plastic wrap on it. The only thing if you wanna do this as a do-ahead is I do not recommend that you put the paprika on until it's completely cool, because once you put plastic wrap on top, there'll be moisture in there and it'll get all wet. What I do the next day or whenever you want to do it is all I do is I take it out, I let it come to room temperature, and then I bake it. In either event, we're going to take this, we're going to put this in the oven on 350. Remember, this is fully cooked through. All you're doing is making a crust on top. So if it's in for a half an hour, it's a lot, and it actually will rise. And it's absolutely delicious. It's fantastic with a roast, with hams. And we're going to take this, and we're just going to put a little paprika along the top. Makes it extra fancy looking. And that's going to go into a 350 oven. And that's exactly what it looks like. And when it comes out of the oven, I'll show it to you then. And here you go. Fresh from the oven, you can see the beautiful crust on top. And as we say, mangia con buon gusto.